Here we go. Game number 1 gonna be on Strongholds. The Halo 5 Classic map was Solitude. Well, Solitude and Halo Infinite remade from Plaza back in Halo 5. Gonna be the first map of choice.
I love Lucid's position here, right? Already on the glass, already on the LR side, making sure to anchor these spawns just in case his teammates go down. Renegade's gonna be the first one to fall, but 2 do fall for OpTic Gaming. And it looks like OpTic going to go for a push here on the truck side. Lucid trying to find an opening to get this B hill.
Well, they're attacking at 2 points at once, and really, I don't know if I like separating the numbers too much in that position. I feel like this is going to spread OpTic a little bit too thin. FaZe takes advantage and a trip cap in right away.
Yeah, resources separated mean that a triple cap comes into effect for FaZe, and they're going to look to capitalize on keeping this, but looks like OpTic already getting inside the yard, and that first initial kill will grant them that A presence, but look at that, it's Frosty with a snipe. Lots of presence being added from him as well.
Yeah, FaZe came out the gate red hot. This is exactly what you wanted to see if you're really a fan of this FaZe roster, because OpTic's had their number the last few times that they've met. You know, obviously that Charlotte championship probably still stings to a lot of FaZe fans. That Game 7 loss in the grand finals.
Yeah, like I said before, FaZe was literally built to take out OpTic. FaZe was built to win this Halo World Championship, and it's looking like that is so here. With a 15-9 lead already, 3 down momentarily, make that 2 down now for OpTic Gaming. Snake fight inside of B, but it's being contested. He gets pushed instantly, but the trade comes out, and that means another triple cap will go into effect.
I'll say Snake fight's really been favoring the Bandit rifle in today's competition, getting himself ready for Season 5. There's a couple reasons for that, right? 1, it's a great medium-range weapon. A lot of medium-range sightlines on this map. 2, no D-scope on the weapon at all. That'll change next season, but until then, it's an absolute monster on land.
Something incredible about this crowd is the fact that they're so loud for FaZe, right? Usually it's OpTic Gaming that has the crowd on their side, but right now in Seattle, Washington, it is FaZe that is showing support, that is getting support from the crowd, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna look to see how that affects OpTic as the series goes on.
Frost is doing a phenomenal job at just patrolling the perimeter. I think he's very much aware of this this nest spawn that's coming in, and with his QT, he has a chance to do some real damage.
Frosty, great job using the QT to stay alive here. They maintain control of A and B, but Frosty wants to double back. He knows there's a player on the bottom lip. That is Lucid. The QT runs out, but Lucid will be in a 1v1 versus Frosty, and that is a statement right there. Great teamwork from Snakebutt.
Once again, it's the Bandit rifle that's coming into play. This time Frosty has it in his hands. FaZe been really favoring that weapon all weekend, and it's already paying dividends.
Great job by Frosty, listening to communication there. Cleans up the 2 kills on the bottom of sniper ramp. Ends up going down, which means they can't convert C, but realistically, that is some massive damage done to OpTic Gaming.
2 caps in. Once again, look at the spawns, all of them trapped over at the back of A. Not the worst place to be, but you definitely don't want to sniper it as we're looking at you. And look how Renegade, he's going to patrol left to right. And this is the thing about Halo Infinite that wasn't in Halo 5 is how powerful the hotel and blue spawns can be with the sniper. They know that list spawn's coming in. Yeah, it's going to be so easy for Renegade. This is where he makes his bread right here. It's a double. You best be waiting for those nades because he's going to get some good damage for Frosty to clean up the next 2.
Staggered spawns on the left side, now staggered spawns on the side of yard, and Renegade's got the sniper to deal with both of those. Holding down this blue. A double cap still in effect. 200 points has been surpassed here. Renegade almost hits that shot. He needed a second more to make sure that connected, but regardless, it'll be OpTic fighting back for B as Frosty gets a trade.
Lucid down into this bottom hill with the sniper, and it was a risky play, but you needed to get away with that hill. What was the risky play turns into a blunder, and OpTic Gaming, they're gonna go 3 down once again.
I'm gonna let you know something right now. One of the things that we get to witness here while watching from LVT is the player cams. In that last player cam with Lucid, he looked extremely frustrated. And when that happens, you know there's a little bit of just something going on in the comms, maybe a little bit of miscommunication that he's not happy with.
No, I mean, I think there's one clear thing he's not happy with. It's the fact that FaZe just kicked their ass. There's nothing simple. There's nothing more simple about it. They looked better. They outplayed them in every facet of the game. That's a brilliant game 1 from FaZe. OpTic, they looked phenomenal throughout yesterday, through the start of today. FaZe, might just be their kryptonite.
Domination by FaZe. We talked about it before. FaZe is a thorn in OpTic's side. Just a mental block, right? FaZe have real estate in the minds of OpTic. But OpTic have to surpass that. They've done this before, right? They've climbed these mental hurdles before, but that's a big one to climb. That's a dominating game number 1. And we have the crowd once again on their side, which is also going to be another factor coming into the series.
Yeah, the crowd, I really think it's probably like a 75, let's say, let's go 65-40, 35 split right now in favor of OpTic Gaming, but the FaZe boys are loud, the FaZe Clan fans are there, and, you know, for good reason. I think this team they've put in so much work to get to this moment right now. Everyone everywhere was just talking about their scrims the last month leading up to this tournament, and they had at one point, I think it was a 94% map percent, 94% map win percentage. Not even just the games that they were playing.
That's crazy.
Not the matches, maps. They were just dominating.
That is insane. That is a really high percentage here. OpTic taking a couple minutes to get into the next game, and you love to see that. Like I said, it's just very difficult, especially if Lose had started to get a little frustrated. You want to take that extra couple seconds, talk it over, you know, get it out. Here we go, though. Game number 2, Live Fire Slayer. OpTic needed an answer. FaZe dominating in game number 1.
This is probably the last map you wanted to see if you were OpTic, for one simple reason. Renegade was heating up with that sniper rifle, and you put him right on another map where that sniper's going to be playing a huge impact. Priority number 1 for OpTic Gaming. It's not necessarily getting that sniper and putting down great shots. It's getting that sniper out of the hands of FaZe Clan.
That's a great point. 2 sniper maps in a row. Gonna favor this man on your screen right here. It's gonna be Renegade. Initial pressure towards the OS side. 3 players of OpTic on the outside to defend, to contest this push. And Renegade does an incredible job here, staying alive with no shields, waiting for his teammate, and now they can make the solidified push, but look what he's got in his hands.
That's a little bit of a treat for Renegade. He'll take it back to his base, and let me tell you one thing, this man does not like to share whatsoever. Don't expect to get this sniper back anytime soon.
Great shots by Renegade with a BR to make sure he doesn't go down with his sniper. 5-1 the lead for FaZe already. OS in the hands of Snakebite.
That's just a dominant start for FaZe thus far. The heat wave, the sniper, the overshield, everything they could possibly want on the map is in their possession, and it's going to be Captain Snakebite that leads the charge. Overshield and heat wave. APG and Lucid combined for a very tricky kill right there on Snakebite. Great job staying behind that cover and working together to melt down Snakebite.
That call out on the map is called dummies, but I'm going to tell you right now, using that makes you a smart man, not a dummy. You stay alive for such a long period of time. Renegade, still with a sniper in small window here, can make a massive impact, especially with the lead that they have. 7-3 so far.
Renegade looking around just for any opportunity for this shot. And this is the thing, OpTic Gaming, they have to respect the sniper. And oh, Lucid got a word, and what did Lucid instantly do? He said, yeah, I'm not peeking back out anytime soon. Let me go to the bottom half of the map.
That's respect.
And track back to my team. And honestly, would not be surprised if this game ends in time with how much respect both these teams will give each other.
Formal, though, gets a double kill in the kill feed here.
Look, once again, look at Royal 2. What is he using? The Bandit Rifle. Once again, they've clearly gone out of their way to pick it up a couple times. And, well, they're Renegade, he finally got his opportunity. He made the most of it. Royal 2 giving that Season 5 preview once again as well.
Yeah, this is where Renegade kind of, to me, can improve a little bit, is that aggression, right? Aggressive, very confident, but sometimes taking that risk doesn't end up being a reward. In this case, though, he created space for Snakebite to get another overshield in this game.
Well, I have to take the longest possible route, trying to get behind the lines of FaZe Clan, but too little, too late. It's not going to work out for them. Snakebite was able to get the overshield, and they just pushed right back into the face of OpTic Gaming. They're just calm and methodical at the moment in the way that they approach these fights.
Honestly, something I'm noticing about FaZe Clan is they did get the 2 OSs, right? But they're not able to get a lot of value out of them. Snakebite is OS is instantly diminished here. Not going to be able to utilize it to really get any presence on the map, but he is just going to utilize his teammate instead. Sniper coming up in about 10 seconds. That's going to be a big factor for FaZe. They want to get their hands on that.
Big thing I want to focus on is, like, let's look at the stat line of FaZe. Look at the assists in particular, right? 10 assists, 13 kills. These guys are not leaving each other. There's not a lot going for the individual, right? The only thing where we're not seeing assists is when it's the heat wave or the sniper rifle that's getting the kill.
Oh!
And God, he just makes it look so easy.
Renegade with the sniper and the heat wave in hand. A double kill comes out for him, but he's not done just yet. Looking for the third to mark off. Not going to be able to find it, but maintains top tower control.
I'm just going to try to bounce out towards green right here. This is a dangerous position just because of how much open space there is. If Renegade decides to go down towards mud or the bottom half of tower, he can find a juicy angle, but they'll just find him in the back.
Nice shots by Renegade here. The heat wave comes out, but three of his teammates go down. A great play of the sniper, gets it off the map. OpTic Gaming not allowed to use that.
That's going to be a little bit painful for Renegade when he sleeps at night and he realizes that Formal was an easy kill that just got away from him. OpTic, although they've been dominated on the map control, on the overshield pickups, on just about everything in this game, somehow it's still a tied one at that. And it's brilliant from OpTic to stay within striking distance like this. It almost tells FaZe that, hey, if we mess up, if we slip up and give up an overshield, give up a sniper rifle, this game might just be over.
Again, that's 3 overshields in a row here for FaZe, and none of them provided any sort of value. And like you said, OpTic Gaming keeping the game close. It's as close as a tie right now, 20-20. Both these squads fighting it out.
2 players from OpTic. Try to creep over on the other side, but I like that. You see, once again, they're giving respect to Renegade. He has that sniper. They're not trying to give him an angle. Here we go. FaZe has decided to make their play call. They're going to push out towards this overshield. If OpTic expects this.
Good double back.
Wow, what a double back.
I like Formal's position, though, right? He's ready for both pushes. World 2 is going to be at the top of tower. He's going to be the anchor position, putting damage in.
And the problem with Formal is he wants to creep forward and get into this action, but there is a point of no return, and you don't want to cross that line when you don't have any numbers advantage. That's why you've seen both teams playing a little bit further back, and I think whichever team gets the initial damage and then capitalizes and tries to move forward for map control will be the one that wins this fight.
APG's inching. You can see him right there. He's going towards that plasma pistol side, but he backs up. Maybe he was spotted for a second.
And APG wanted to go on that flank. They just know they can't. There we go. Oh, here we go. FaZe committed. Renegade flew out.
No one's on top center, though, so Forrest's going to live.
Frosty's underneath. They definitely have the information. Snakebite creeped in. Snakebite got through back. They don't know. Frosty got that kill, and now it's 2 players that Formal has to hunt down. He hears them stomping about, and
OS2.
What a brilliant break of the sandbag side to get overshield. That's one thing that you should go back if you want to learn competitive Halo, watch how FaZe just broke that setup.
Great job by FaZe as well, like you said, to break the setup, but also to get this overshield. This is going to be overshield number 4 in a row here. It doesn't really show in that kill count. 25-23, OpTic have kept this very close, and once again, this overshield doesn't amount to anything, right? It's good to get that OS, but they're not able to get many kills out of it.
Oh, Lucid. I don't think anyone expected that double back, and that might just be costly for FaZe. For the first time, you've given Lucid some power weapons to work with, and he's telling his teammates, hey, you pick up that noob combo. We're not letting anything on the sandbox go to waste.
OpTic Gaming have a solidified setup here on the tower side. FaZe going to look to push. It is tied up 26-26. Time may be a factor. Like you mentioned earlier, Tools, there's only 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, this one's for sure going down to time. These teams are just given way too much respect, and for the first time, OpTic has the sniper. You give it to the GOAT.
Pressure non-existent to this man. We've seen what he's capable of in high-pressure situations. This is one of those right here. Every single kill with a sniper. Oh.
Renegade made his move. He's in the back hole. Formal, he didn't see
he got 2!
Renegade gets 2. Lucid gets the trade out, but that's going to do it. The push is coming in for FaZe. Trippy recovers a huge...
That's a huge recovery.
Kill, but this tower side is going to be given to FaZe, and that means Frosty has just picked up the sniper rifle.
Not only that, they get the Shroud screen spawn. The OS is coming up very shortly, but they have to get Trippy off the cuts here. He's going to be a little bit of a problem. That one shot will back him off just a tad, and will that be enough, though, to create that space to get this OS?
Formal put in a lot of pressure onto that C plat.
Again, 2 dead and OS is coming up. FaZe are so good at doing this, but wait a minute. APG, the first OS of the game for OpTic Gaming. Let's see what kind of value they get out of this one, though. FaZe has not gotten any value out of their overshields.
Well, look, they're pushed up so far that the spawner spawned at green. I don't think they're going to expect it.
He's looking. He's looking.
Great job to isolate the angle so that the repulse couldn't take him off. And then 3 players from OpTic take care of it. Great heads-up plays by OpTic Gaming to ensure that they don't let a rogue player at green take them down.
That snipe scope glare was seen by APG, and that's why you see him backing up there. Frosty has that sniper on the top of tower.
Look at this, 3 players are rotating out. They're letting Frosty, he's almost acting like a distraction right here. This is a risky play by FaZe, and it's already cost 1 life. They're gonna get the trade outs, but
oh no.
The flank comes back from APG. Does he get the good timing on Frosty? Beautiful maneuvering from APG to get some crucial kills.
Yeah, but that was also some great defense as well. They end up trading him out quickly here. 6 shots is what Lucid will have left in his sniper. He's also got the heat wave sniper combo.
They're tracking him down. They did not want to let that sniper get away. And Renegade, he's not done quite yet. He knows he needs to track this down. He's found his target. Trippy's not going to be able to get away from the hunt.
I mean, Renegade's shots look absolutely phenomenal right now. Very steady. He looks very calm as well in championship form, and you wouldn't expect anything less.
15-10 for Renegade. Man has been given every opportunity to win this game for his team. OpTic, I will say, this is the most resilient I think I've seen an HCS team, period, when it comes to a game of Slayer. They've withstood every advantage that FaZe has had thus far and have built a way into this game.
OpTic making a really good play here. Renegade has the shroud screen. OS is about to come up, but now it's going to be an OS again for OpTic Gaming, the 2nd overshield in a row. They have a 1-kill lead as well.
2 minutes on the clock. Now suddenly that's going to play a huge impact.
Great cross shots, great cross damage here. OS is half gone. They can get this
don't
going.
let him stay alive.
Oh, that's huge. Renegade's still alive. Trippy's gonna go down. That's ginormous here. 2 down for OpTic Gaming. 40-40, we got a tie. OS is off the map. Holy Frosty! 42-40 now.
It's all about what you can do in your life is at 1 shot. What can you do to stay alive? Renegade, he was able to maneuver about, and OpTic had to overcommit to him. Well, the rest of FaZe springed into action from there. Got 2 kills, and then it's Frosty, one of the best players, the GOAT of Halo 5, had that MVP. Well, he makes an MVP play at the end. Right there, big snipe shot to the 1-on-1. We call those pivotal fights. A minute left on the clock, 2-kill lead. The piece is on OpTic's board. They'll have to move.
.40 seconds left. This is where the pace obviously slows here. It's a very important game for OpTic Gaming to tie up the series. Renegade gonna get a lot of damage in with this AR, but he's gonna back off just a bit. Here comes the flank, dude. Beautiful job listening to communication, but also a beautiful trade by Formal.
Lucid's gonna be able to put a 1-kill advantage in, and Royal 2, he just has to run away. There's nothing he can do. The lead's changed hands. 15 seconds. FaZe has to immediately make a play off their spawn.
10 seconds for OS. 10 seconds for Sniper. Is that going to be a factor? Well, they could go to overtime here. These things have to be thought about. OpTic Gaming are up by 2. 44-45. OpTic Gaming tie up. 1-1 the series now with a very clutch ending.
The 000s. They hit. The game wasn't tied quite yet. A big trade at the end of the game from Formal pushes us into a tied series as Game 3 approaches.
Wow. Very clutch by OpTic Gaming. FaZe, full control, up by 2.
So let's talk about how this goes down, right? Oh, just a brilliant push from OpTic Gaming. They're able to isolate their players down at low ground. They collapse in from 3 angles. FaZe has to make a play. Only 10 seconds on the clock. They get aggressive. Lucid, this repulse saves his life.
Yes, it does.
For just long enough for players to get into action. We see the kill happen at just the last moment, but it did not matter because of the trade outs. that happened on the other side. Just a brilliant piece of maneuvering, and we'll take a look at how this happens from the start, right? Because right here, if this stick doesn't come down, it's game over.
Yep, absolutely.
Every little piece counted for OpTic Gaming in this situation, but look at the push. They all pushed down. Lucid made the initial play. Lucid stayed alive. Almost that Renegade-esque play we saw from earlier. He's able to pull off for his own team. And then from here, it's a great effort by FaZe, but you knew the odds going into this push.
I gotta see this nade and where it comes from. Like, this nade was absolutely okay.
Tower.
Yep, top tower. I mean, like, I don't know, hindsight, but maybe you push him there instead. If you're Renegade, he's only one shot. You push him there, he's dead. But I think he did try, actually.
Yeah, but he on the other side, it's just he gets killed. And then it's a two kill lead to overcome.
Formal was there. Great repulse, great teamwork by Formal as well. Beautiful job by OpTic. That's a must win right there, especially being down in the series. Taking a look at the stats real quick. Renegade 17 and 14. No one else really popping off on either end. But regardless.
Brilliant game from OpTic Gaming.
You called it. It was going to time. You said it. You were correct.
It's just the way that they were calm throughout that entire time. They lost every opening overshield until the second half of the game, and that's when it made the difference. They were able to make up that space. They were able to get back into the game off those overshields. But FaZe was dominant in the start, and they did everything that they could just to keep it within a kill, keep it within a couple kills. Do not let this get out of hand. They never let FaZe get too far ahead.
Well, taking a look at the bracket here, we got an update for you, of course. And the winners finals, we got Space Station Gaming waiting for the winner of this match here. And then on the other end of things, we've got Quadrant Elimination Round number 3, waiting for the winner of Sentinels versus Shopify Rebellion. So definitely how we would have expected the bracket to shake out if you were to make us, if I was a betting man, this is how I pretty much expect the bracket to shake out, and it happened exactly how we planned. It's scripted. Everything's scripted. Just kidding. But here we go. Game number 3. Tied up. OpTic, FaZe 1-1. A big win for OpTic. You know, that discipline you talked about that comes into play, I feel like that's what makes them one of the better teams, is they have that discipline in high-pressure situations, even though they're down in the series. A very dominant game number 1, by the way. Absolutely trash talk by FaZe. They come into game number 2 being down still in the game, and they make up for it. They ice up, essentially. But now we go to game 3. This is what we call what do we call this? The deciding game?
Swing game.
The swing game. Let's see which side the pendulum swings on. Game number 3, FaZe versus OpTic Gaming.
So far, it looks like OpTic going to try to prioritize down into that bottom mid to get towards that camouflage, but too much pressure from FaZe keeps Trippy from getting away with his goal. And now Renegade with his shock rifle suddenly and a grapple to work with. Looks like that camouflage is guaranteed to be his.
Camouflage is popped. There is a player on that C plat, but I believe it was formally ends up getting taken out by World 2. That'll allow Frosty to move forward on the map. World 2 and Frosty are going to take out Trippy as well. So C plat control is theirs. Full control is theirs, and Shock and Cam with the hands of Renegade.
Renegade's going on a hunt. Wants to find a good angles, but reticle, he's just a little bit low on his reticle right now. And sometimes, it takes a life to adjust. See if he finds that adjustment here, but a couple shots that are just uncharacteristically low for Renegade.
And 5 seconds, that camo will run out. I think it's actually run out already. He's already sprinting through, so he'll still have top glass control with the shock rifle. But hopefully, for him, he can hit some shots here. OpTic Gaming doing a great job of making him waste these bullets. No damage is turned into any kills just yet.
OpTic, they haven't really given respect to Renegade. I think they've realized that maybe after a couple missed shots that they can get away with a little bit more. You see like how Formal challenges out. He knows Renegade has that shock rifle. He just doesn't care. He thinks that he's going to be able to get away with it.
You have to earn that respect. You have to make sure that you strike fear into the hearts of OpTic by hitting those shots. There it is. Fear has been struck. 3 down for OpTic Gaming. Control of C plat for FaZe. And Renegade, in the hill with the shock here. Might not be a bad thing as the hip fire is extremely strong.
That's a full sniper that goes out of the hands of a Renegade without a kill to show for it. A little uncharacteristic from him, but sometimes that just happens. Your aim just not quite right for life. You get back into the the game later, you readjust, but it's given OpTic Gaming a real chance to get away with this hill.
FaZe, again, power-up control in their favor here. 2 camos in a row. The second one burnt, not able to utilize any value coming out from that, but regardless, power-up control definitely on FaZe's side as the crowd cheers for OpTic here, close to capping this very first hill.
Snakebite has to make a decision whether he's going to try to contest or stay on the perimeters. I think he gets caught thinking about that decision out on Mangler. It's going to cost him a death, and FaZe, they're trying to do their best to recover from this position. They did get themselves back into that hill. OpTic, they have the high ground, but they have a lot of map to move through to contest.
Solitude trying to stay alive with a half wall, gets taken out pretty quickly here. That's 3 down for FaZe now. OpTic once again in full control. Snakebite will try to influence the spawns onto C, but it won't work out as there's a player already prepared for him, and that's Trippy.
Making it dramatic. Last second, last play, they're able to get the job done. They get that first hill, and I don't even want to call it a steal. I think OpTic just played a little bit better in that situation. FaZe, they need to work on their execution a little bit. They need to see some better shots. They need to see some sticks like that. Talk about dinkers. Oh my God, he threw that thing right where it needed to be.
4 down for FaZe, and OpTic Gaming understand the spawns as well. They take out the first spawner, pushing it aggressively. Isolated is Renegade. He'll pay for that. The rest of FaZe gonna have to back off and go to New Hill because this hill is gone and done. They rotate through the pipe side, which is interesting. See if they try to make a play on the bat ledge, it looks like. 2 hills in the hands of OpTic. Look at them get out, though. They only need 1 tick, but they want control first. And Trippy, with that perfect, will initiate that control.
Yeah, a little bit of a greedy play, but greedy play that works for OpTic. Not only do they get themselves to the hill in time, they also win the camouflage. This is just about perfect case scenario for the green wall.
High risk, high reward. It's the name of the game here. Trippy. About 5 or 6 seconds left on this camo. Gets the kill onto roll 2. That's going to be a killing spree for him. 7-4 in this game thus far. Trades with Renegade as well. But all the while, the damage has been done on this hill halfway through already. FaZe really have to come together. It seems like there's a lot of staggered pushes going on that are not working out for them. Oof.
Gets caught out, and this is
good win.
Need to see the position. So they're over at the top. Renegade, he knows instantly the play he has to make. A very heads-up play by Renegade. He knew that his team needed height. They needed variety, a dynamic ability to defend, and that's exactly what he gave him with that grapple shot. Got up high, and they find a break on a hill that's very hard to get into.
Interesting setup. No one's really in position to help Renegade right now. There's 2 players on the gold side. Now they start to rotate over. It wasn't too late, thankfully, because OpTic wasn't too fast off the spawn, but Renegade staying alive as best as possible. His damage output, massive. It's holding OpTic back, pushing in. And he goes down pretty quickly. OpTic, just like that, flip the switch, take control, and they can get hill number 3 here.
Yeah, they're trying to hold this. Hold FaZe at the last possible second. Formal gets the opening pick, and they will be able to do so. It's been close, 2 close hills for FaZe, but the scoreboard doesn't care. It's 3-0 for OpTic Gaming.
Well, on the flip side of things, FaZe still have 3 minutes to bring this back. Definitely possible there, especially with the individual skill of Renegade coming out. That's the 2nd pip in a row he's won. We know what Renegade is capable of, but it's not an individual thing, it's a team thing.
APG just got the camouflage.
You got to kill as well.
It looks like maybe not.
Yeah, it looks like
that gets away with the camouflage. I'm not sure who did. Maybe a grapple play for that burn.
2 kills on the side of both. There it is. Turns his back. Formal though. Gonna trade out another one. Roll 2 smartly backs off.
See, this is the difference when a player's hitting their shots versus when they're not. Royal 2 has to get Formal respect. He knows if he stands in that hill, it's an instant death.
Formal, though, we know what he's capable of with his shock rifle. OpTic not really pushing in too aggressively, although Formal ends up getting taken out by Frosty there. But OpTic just looking for an opening, and they find one with 3 down for FaZe.
Yeah, FaZe, they keep doing this where they they just go down at these inopportune times, and it's always 3 down rapidly, and that makes it so the fourth is in a really awkward position. They don't know whether they try to get forward for spawns or they just stand still, wait for the 4 up. Either way, it just feels bad as you know how much time it takes to coordinate a push.
Yeah, it looks like this is all but over here. OpTic will take the lead in the series unless a magical thing happens. World 2 steps in at the last moment. It doesn't matter though. It's Trippy just farming kills, and OpTic take the lead in the series 2-1.
OpTic does a crazy job getting that hill, but I wonder if we can take a look at the last 10 seconds, because I saw some interesting movement technique that came out of FaZe that I'm curious about. But my God, that's just a clean game, just a really, really clean game from OpTic Gaming, and they really show that they can put that last. That game one, that routing behind them. But let's take a look at this clip right here. Okay, right, we're talking about the last push, the last step through. Look at Snakebite right here. A little bouncy.
Oh, what the heck was that?
I think a little bouncy. I think he wanted to bounce into the hill, but he bounced out.
Let's see. Does he go on the C, like, electrical box? Is that?
Yeah, he tries to curb slide in.
Let me see. Okay, we get the curb slide in, and then the nade
pushes him into the wall. And
wait, what?
Him back
out. Okay. Well, he's in a bounce house, apparently. There it is.
Bouncy over at the bottom of recharge. Not that that would have made a difference. I'm pretty sure. Well, Trippy is last alive, so like it does.
Actually, it actually does, yeah. Because if he got on the hill here, he can contest for Renegade, and they would have been fine.
Well, I mean, they still have to get the hill,
right?
And they still have to get another 3 hills after that.
I guess you're right.
Like, so I think in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't make a huge difference. But it is funny to see a player.
I've never seen anything like that.
It's like a bounce house down there, man.
Yeah. But there we go, OpTic Gaming. I said it already. I said if they win this series, I mean, I really, maybe they're past that, right? That whole storyline of OpTic Gaming having a mental block versus FaZe was totally season 1. Active needs to wake up, okay? It's season 2 now. You know what I mean? I'm talking to myself in third person.
No, okay. For a second, I was going to say season 4. But
yeah. So season 2 of HCS, yeah. It's confusing. But anyway.
We got to get those in line, bro. We got to have
I know,
season 5, season 5.
We do. I agree.
That means we need to blitz through. We need to have 3 HCS seasons next season.
3 of them in a row. But yeah, I mean, you know, that was definitely a story in season 1 where they were kind of mental block versus FaZe. It was a little bit in season 2 as well, but you know, with FaZe winning 2 events. But regardless, I think that they've kind of shown here that at least these 2 game types that they've played are definitely their stronger ones. Again, it comes down to that map pool. It comes down to that series layout. Which teams are stronger with which game types?
Oddball is going to be an interesting one for FaZe. I mean, you have a lot of time, right? And I think that's what they need. They need time to get themselves back into the form that they were looking for.
I think one of their problems is that in Oddball, they have a problem with picking the ball up. Like, you know, you got 3 Slayers. And honestly, how are you going to pick you know, when you want to slay, how are you going to pick the ball up, you know, as much as you need to? Shopify versus Sentinels is also starting as well, so we're probably going to bounce between the 2. We give you all the coverage here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We got. You know what, guys? You know what I love the most, chat, is when you guys support the stream without me saying a word. You know, it doesn't feel good to shill up here. Oh yes, it does. But it doesn't feel good to shill up here all the time. It's just good when it naturally, organically comes. So, you know what? White's Edge, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, man.
Hey, let's
go,
We
appreciate you very much. I told the crew that we were going to get 1,000 subs this weekend, guys. We're at 721. They said if we don't get 1,000 subs, I'm getting fired. So please help me keep my job. It's very important to me. I got to feed my kids, guys, all right? It's not true.
It got oddly dark.
It's not true. It's not true. But yeah, really appreciate the support this weekend. It's been phenomenal. You guys have supported for so long. We're on a 7. We get a 70-30 split and all that as well. So, but here we go. It's back to the gameplay here. FaZe Clan versus OpTic Gaming. 2-1. OpTic lead the series, but now we hop into Oddball. Trippy and OpTic Gaming with the control of the power weapons right away.
FaZe needs to find some sort of recovery tactic. It feels like this game is this series I should say, is starting to spiral away from them. What was going so easy for them in the first game where they were able to impair their will on OpTic Gaming, that's just not a reality anymore.
I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that, and OpTic is showing it. Already 20 seconds on the board here in round number 1. 2 down for FaZe as well. So that'll be a quick 2 down again. Full control of the ball as well, and a full setup here for OpTic.
One thing I'm noticing from FaZe is how much more respect they're giving OpTic on these pushes. They're making sure they're completely coordinated before they even try to make a move onto OpTic's base. That's just showing you how much respect that they're giving them at this moment.
Soccer in the hands of Lucid is definitely devastating for the side of FaZe. He doesn't look like he's missed a shot just yet. Even preemptively shot that into the wall, thinking that Royal 2 would challenge. But now Frosty holds the Stalker.
In Halo Infinite, Lucid doesn't shoot at the opponents. The opponents run into his shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what?
The game's just built for him.
It is. It's been built for him since day one. That Sandbox, the Sandbox master. 40-0 here. Round number 1 of Oddball. Finally, OpTic Gaming go 3 down, and this is the opportunity here for FaZe to bring this back just a bit.
Slowly making their way back. Look at the Rockets. They're up, and
these are big
Royal
Rockets.
2 is going to try to steal them away. He does get that trade out, and that's going to spring Snakebite into action. Huge nade that keeps that Rocket into play as well.
Snakebite's got to stay alive here, though. 3 dead. It's Formal. He's at the bottom of the front of C, I mean.
Formal can't get away with this.
Oh, beautiful.
Renegade. Whoa.
Beautiful.
Snakebite's probably going to be saying thank you tonight. That is crazy.
Oh, that one rocket's not going to make a factor. That I was going to say, when you have ball and you have a setup, that one rocket could really make a difference. But it's honestly whiffed, and all the while, still FaZe getting some ball time here. I like the scrappiness out of FaZe in this situation.
You see FaZe starting to really tighten up their gameplay. They're not really letting players out on an isolation. We like to use the term hand holding.
Yeah.
That's what 2 players, not only they're playing together, they're playing very tight. I think we're going to start seeing a little bit more of that from FaZe.
Great rotation here by APG. The trades come out from beforehand. The spawns come out, and they happen on the B side. APG going to intelligently rotate that ball over. Ends up going down pretty quickly here, but so does Renegade. The trades come out again. 2 down for OpTic. Trippy trying to push on his advantage here. Royal 2 is going to be chasing a kill inside a red room, and because of that, a trade will come out once again, but those trades are winnable on the side of OpTic. Trippy with the ball here. Shotgun. Bulldog. In the hands of FaZe now. FaZe finally have their first solidified setup here on the PD side of the map. Let's see how much ball time they can get out of this. They're approaching 30 seconds, but that rotation is going to have to come through pretty quickly.
APG coming up the stair. He gets in between all 3 of these players. Can he get away with his life? That's a great strafing run from APG right there. Gets a great value for his life and is able to continue it on. Now has influence over this rocket play.
Those rockets are going to be huge here. Formal does pick them up, I believe. They're on the front of C with Royal 2 getting that double kill. This solidifies rockets here for FaZe. 4 down for OpTic Gaming. This is the chance that FaZe have now to bring this round number 1 back and also to bring this series back as well.
Snakebite's in a brilliant spot right here. He's going to be able to take down anyone that decides to push this lane, and maybe he'll hear these footsteps at B.
They intelligently don't push it. Look at that.
Yeah, I think he's got, that's the thing is, though, he has his headset cranked. He's going to hear any footstep that comes up B, instantly uses that to react, and just great positioning from Snakebite throughout. OpTic tried to avoid it. They predict where he's going to be, but just wasn't enough to keep Snakebite from getting massive kills at the tail end of this first round.
I really like the focus here, too. If you look at this scoreboard at the top left of the screen, Snakebite and Renegade are the only ones with time here. 0 ball time for Frosty and 0 ball time for Royal 2. You talked about this earlier. Definitely a great focus of them being that slay power.
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, there's not really set roles per se in Halo, but there's set roles for certain teams. And one of the roles for Royal 2 is you don't touch that ball. You keep slaying. We're going to feed you power weapons, especially the Stalker rifle. If he's holding on to that ball, you're really missing such a crucial factor on the map of what he can do.
Yeah.
And I really think that when he doesn't score points, usually FaZe Clan wins.
Yeah, 3 down up for OpTic. It's looking like that's the fact here. World 2 just an incredible anchor. His long-range damage is absolutely insane. The Stalker makes it so much easier. Anticipating the push here from Lucid. He's going to spot him finally. Lucid's going to get away, though. He'll have some assistance as well. Nice job by Roll 2. Solid, solidified, smooth shots out of the Stalker rifle. 8 seconds to go for FaZe in round number 1.
Great damage down there from Formal. Snakebite was able to get this rocket, but they don't have map control to really facilitate a rocket play. That's a great heads-up play by APG to try to close distance, get a trade out at minimum, because you know it's hard to shut down a rocket, but you'll take only 1 kill that's answered back by 1. Those rockets essentially nullified, in my opinion.
That first death by Lucid is not good. The rest of OpTic Gaming have to stay alive. FaZe only need 8 seconds more, and you'll see a 2v2 situation now. This is a very crucial moment in the game here. Snakebite doing his best to stay alive. He's done the damage, but oh my word, those spikes from C stairs make it all the way to PD. Snakebite, because of that, has no shields. He's gonna get pushed here.
Yeah, he's patient though. He's not. He's waiting. What he's waiting for is the information that he can push, and here it comes. He knows the push is coming in. He gets the kill. He doesn't get Formal any sort of angle for a death.
Wow,
really
beautiful.
heads up plays by Snakebite. It shows what you can do while not shooting your gun. It's understanding what your responsibility is. He kept them focused on him, and they eventually execute on the play, get the job done.
Absolutely beautiful job by all of FaZe to play that last section very slow. Of course, spearheaded by the captain in Snakebite. But here we go, round number 2. First round, very dominant. The first round, Rockets went in the hands of OpTic Gaming right off the start here, but will that happen again is the question. This time it's FaZe on the stronger side of the map, picking up Rockets in the hands of Renegade.
Where's Angle? Oh, I'd like to see Renegade push through. I understand he wants to get that ball back, but I think a little bit more important right there is him getting more kills.
I 100% agree. That is what he's made to do. Roll 2 still with 0 seconds of time. Lucid, though, with the Sentinel beam. This thing is absolutely disgusting on land. Here he gets the kill with the spike grenades. Still going in. The crowd's starting to cheer for OpTic. You can see their momentum is starting to shift here as Lucid gets another kill. 12 seconds and counting in round number 2.
Lucid's just in his element right now. Been able to pull right around with power weapons in his hands. I guess, you know, call them sandbox weapons, but in the hands of Lucid, they definitely become power weapons.
He's been master of the sandbox for so long. Since the game came out, it's something that he's just been the best at, I would say, in the entire HCS. That's what has made him such a great player. Frosty utilizing that shroud screen, maybe thinking to get that ball inside a tram, but no opportunity to do so. Roll 2 tosses it. I was hoping he'd just get 1 second of ball time so he could keep that the rest of the game and it would be funny, but that ball is going to go towards the front of C stairs.
Honestly, I really like that shroud scheme from Frosty. It just cuts the map in half. And it makes it so that he doesn't have to worry about anything on his backside. He can focus on staying alive, finding anyone in the back. You know, most of the time we like to save those shroud screens for power weapons, power-ups, whatever they are, but I'm not really a hater of what he did right there, and especially since Snakebite gets away with these rockets. Ooh, or maybe not. Lucid.
Yeah, he's
great timing.
Yeah, but he's got to fight the player with the stalker rifle. That is Frosty. Once again, those rockets remain at the bottom of B stairs, and I believe they will go in the hands of FaZe here. Yep, Renegade scooped him up. 42 seconds is the lead here for OpTic Gaming. FaZe. Their answer is on your screen right now, but constantly these rockets providing absolutely no value. Maybe just wasting it to just get it off the game, get it out of the map. Renegade, though, 2 kills on the side of OpTic. This 3rd kill would be huge, but he's trying to play his life instead.
Finally, FaZe getting some time, and OpTic, I don't think they're going to be too content with this. We're starting to see them get very aggressive into their lanes, and honestly, I think they could have slowed down their roll just a little bit right there. Instead, they're going to come down to some crucial fights over at the cafe. Renegade and Royal 2 working together. And the fight goes to Formal.
Yeah, but that was so good by Renegade, right? Isolating 2 players at the same time, getting damage into both, just didn't pan out for him.
Formal with an absolute monstrous play right there. Was able to get the kill and focused up for the second. This is going to buy a ton of space and time for his team to just keep scoring that oddball. You want to just minimize the amount of potential comeback time.
Oh my God, did you see that drop? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's Renegade, baby. Get used to that in Season 5. When he has a bandit in his hands.
Dude, that, like, you guys, that is it's a quick drop, right? You essentially hold your crouch button as you're falling. Instead of jumping, you guys should be doing that. Jumping's not very good in this game. But that right there won him that fight, but unfortunately it doesn't matter. 65-10, OpTic Gaming lead by a ton.
Yeah, these rockets coming up, Frosty just can't do anything about it. Yeah, you're always in a tough position when the power weapon's coming up and you have players from the opposing team on both sides of the map. It's basically a recipe for disaster for your team.
2 down for FaZe. A recipe for disaster is definitely in the hands of Lucid right now. These rockets, and with them having ball time as well, that just solidifies even more time. 3 down for FaZe now. Stalker now trades out one very powerful weapon to another. Can he stay alive is the question. The Shroud screen is initiated, but he's still trying to play his life. Great use of the middle of the Shroud screen to confuse the opponent, but he ends up going down anyway.
Lucid, you know, he doesn't get the kill, but look how far away he was from the rest of his team and how much attention he drew. Gives his team an extra couple seconds of time. FaZe, they find their answer back, but we're talking about some perfect gameplay from FaZe to get back in this game at this point. Such a massive lead for OpTic Gaming.
I think it's possible, but those nades are going to put a wrench in those plans. They rotate the ball over quickly here. Looks like towards that purple side. Spawns come out onto C again, or no, Frosty was already on C. World 2 is going to end up spawning there. 28 now to 87. Oh, another big win by Renegade. He's not missing a shot right now.
I think 4-1 might have a mental on Renegade at the moment. It really feels like the only time 4-1's been losing a gunfight is when it's against Renegade. Probably a testament to both of their skill, but oh my, Renegade's done some nasty things a couple times in 4-1 this game.
Renegade with a Sentinel beam now, 91-28. The only problem is OpTic looking to tie this up. And I don't think FaZe are in a position to stop them, not at all. There it is, OpTic Gaming tied up 1-1. This is a must-win round here in round number 3 for FaZe so they can tie up this series.
It's crazy because when we started this game, it really felt like they were in control. When we started this series, that FaZe was just gonna come out and just dominate. A very close Slayer game has just changed everything about this series, and OpTic, they look dominant thus far.
We'll see if FaZe has anything to say about it. Couple kills come out on both sides here, but Lucid, once again with the Stalker in his hands. OpTic on the better side of the power weapons, as you can clearly see. Stalker and rockets in the hands of the Sandbox Master.
Easy rotations to get behind players. Just rolling. This is just all. I love that from Lucid. There's no one there to pick him up, but I like the idea of just dropping off your rocket for whoever's behind you. Diversify your weapon sets.
Oh, he makes it through. They didn't see him on the tire side, and there it is. A very impactful rocket. 3 down for FaZe and a killing spree for Lucid.
Right into the feet of 2 players from FaZe. Lucid is just dissecting this map. Beautiful map presence, beautiful map awareness, right? Being able to know what he can and can't get away with. One of the, I want to say one of the best, but I'm going to say the best in the game at understanding what he can and can't get away with.
Well, OpTic Gaming, they're getting away with murder right now as they rotate the ball through purple. 20 seconds and counting for them. And around number 3, this is match point for OpTic Gaming as well. If FaZe lose this, they will go to the lower bracket. This has been the story the entire time. Lucid with the power weapons, and he's just dominating with them. He drops the Stalker to pick up another one in the Sentinel beam. This thing on land is disgusting.
He's just always cycling through. He's probably shooting another gun other than his VR more often than not in these games.
Yeah, he's saying meta shift. What do you mean? I don't care. The bandit's the starting weapon. I don't need it. 2 down for OpTic Gaming though. Lucid's gonna even up the odds here. 3 down for FaZe. Once again, it's a 1v1 situation. Frosty versus Lucid. Lucid intelligently backs up here, but is he able to stay alive as the spawns come out onto purple?
Frosty just wraps him around, and they have to know that Frosty's waiting in late somewhere. And here we go, Frosty's in. He's trying to get some value, but
yeah, too much assistance.
Really great job by Lucid not to get caught up in that gunfight. Just stay behind the wall, stay alive, let your teammates do the work. And I mean, this has really just been a dominant round from OpTic so far. Surprised that they don't have more ball time, to be honest.
I was going to say that, right? It's been a little bit scrappy here. Great shroud screen by Lucid. Opens up the lane. He'll rotate it towards his teammate spawns onto B and PD.
I love how he knows how important the sentinel beam is in this position. You want to get back and just laser whoever came. Better play by Snakebite, just staying calm, not letting that affect his shot, getting it clean.
Oh, the timing. The timing is huge here. Chippy didn't even... Okay, never mind. Formal, gonna put some shots in. Lots of damage coming out there. Roll 2 will fall. Formal holding this arcade position is so important, but he ends up going down quickly.
There we go, ball reset. I honestly surprised. I feel like OpTic, they could be regretting some of your decisions about not getting more efficient ball time towards the end of this game, because it has been dominant for OpTic Gaming. But they only had 20 seconds to show for it in FaZe. You give them one clean wipe and suddenly they're right back in this game.
Frosty trying to make something happen with the Stalker. Beautiful shots right there. He'll get the perfect. Tries to get another one as well. Look how confident Frosty is right now. So much damage being done here. Can he stay alive though? No. Ends up getting taken out, but 3 down. All that damage being capitalized on. OpTic Gaming 3 dead, Lucid the last player alive, and finally FaZe are on the board with ball time.
Lucid wanted so desperately to get the kill on Renegade, but Royal 2 shut it down just in time. Lets these Rockets survive, and what do we say, one team wipe, and FaZe is right back in it. All that hard work that OpTic did at the beginning of this game, it's null and it's void.
Don't waste these. He gets one. Huge. That's a great prediction rocket out of Renegade. And he'll have another one as they gain the lead here in round number 3. Pushing for this game number 5 is FaZe. Renegade can really make a difference with this one rocket. He has to hit it though, but he does not. It will be wasted, but he will stay alive in the process. Has a nice flank as well on the player bottom A. But he can, oh, he does clean up the kill. 4 down for FaZe though.
Yeah, and OpTic was able to get right onto that spawn. They have a favorable spawn. Suddenly things are going to tighten up quickly at the end of this game.
APG does have that Bulldog in his hands. Holding Cafe really well here. The first kill goes in a Snakebite. Snakebite with 106 seconds of ball time. The APG chance. Rain through the Seattle Convention Center.
Well, here we go. Frosty's underneath with that Stalker rifle.
Oh.
He's got it a couple times.
3 down.
It's Captain Snakebite that's able to get the get 2, and well, he'll make it into 3. Lucid, you better watch out. He's feeling himself.
Yeah.
Renegade will get the unofficial overkill instead of Snakebite. He said, hey, you know, you'll get that one. That's all you. But the lead once again for FaZe. And what Snakebite is doing is he's giving them an option to rotate to C if they decide that that's the play.
Something about Snakebite for me is just how clutch and icy he is in these situations, right? The triple kill is just the start. These Rockets are next.
Just nated the Rockets to himself. Great combat evolve for Lucid. Gives him the Rockets. He uses it to get 1.
Oh, huge kill by Royal 2 though. They trade out 2. Formal goes down. 3 down for FaZe though. The last player alive is going to be Snakebite again, the captain, but he's not able to convert. There's another player back there. They got to spawn at the Cafe. That's going to be huge by Renegade. 45 seconds remain. 53 to 64. OpTic Gaming have a lead.
Ooh.
2 kills is big.
OpTic got a little bit too caught up on the pace of the game right there. They weren't playing together. The timing's off, and it leads to a couple of kills that are going to slow OpTic Gaming's roll. And now FaZe will be able to take a lead into the late portions of this game.
Great rotation though. You got to be careful though. Frosty doesn't know. Wait a minute. Where is he? There he is. He found him.
They heard each other. They couldn't see each other. I think both of them had the same problem.
That radar.
That threat seeker is going to give him perfect information about the last 2 players on the map.
Big, huge.
Oh.
Dead. Not going to happen, no. But FaZe will get the lead. 27 seconds remain in round number 3.
Royal too, he was able to get it towards Snakebite. Snakebite's gonna try to get it out into the middle of the map. It's gonna be tough for OpTic Gaming to be able to get to that ball without going through waves of BR bullets.
They gotta throw this to Tram though. Snakebite just doesn't have an opportunity.
Keep it out in the open. You want
Three
to
down.
have the angle. Formal goes down. FaZe survive an onslaught. Game 5, here we come.
Game 5, OpTic Gaming versus FaZe. The fist bumps come through. FaZe not celebrating too early. Still work to be done here in game number 5. And this is why this is the HCS World Championships. This is Halo.
Just brilliant game by FaZe at the end. I do think that there's a couple factors that let FaZe back in. OpTic really did not prioritize efficiency in that third round. They were dominant for the first couple games of that last round. I mean, the first couple minutes of the last round of Oddball. But you have to be dominant for 21 minutes and 33 seconds. It's just not possible. It's a battle of attrition, and FaZe, they just creep across the finish line in time.
It all started with Captain Snakebite, right? That triple kill really shifted the momentum in the side of FaZe.
Double kill.
You're able to get those couple of kills. A Renegade spawning on that cafe was a big situation, right? Unfortunately, or fortunately, I believe it was Lucid who won the 1v1, his last player alive. Renegade got that spawn, traded it out, and then it was all done from there. But here we go. Like I said before, this is a big test for OpTic here. A big test for their mental. Game 5, Solitude Slayer.
Sniper. That's really what this is going to come down to. I think it's who gets it in their hands. On the side of OpTic, I think you're really going to see Formal going to be the player that's going to prioritize that. He just had a killer game. I believe he ends this one with 40. That shows what he had, dude. He was at 25 at the start of this round.
That's crazy.
40.
Yeah, that's nuts.
15 kill round.
Starting to feel good.
He's just definitely he's been feeling himself.
This was huge right here.
Hey, you think this game is over at this point?
Yes.
Honest. When you get this, it's like you feel like you get more in 20 seconds of ball time. Yeah, I think that really is the problem that's going to haunt OpTic about this game. I mean, look, this is brilliant. They're at 20 seconds, and this is what Lucid does when they're at 20 seconds. Keep in mind, they don't get 1 second of time. After he baits out 2 of these players, they get the double. Look, it's a 4v2, still 20 seconds on the board. It really and truly was a problem for them.
Yeah. Ball time, and that, of course, that objective efficiency always so important. And we didn't see that out of OpTic, and I thought we wouldn't have saw that out of FaZe. I thought FaZe was the one that had a problem with that objective efficiency, but we didn't see that here.
Honestly, I don't think Royal 2 got a lick of time.
Triple
You know what? And that's where you said he was best. That's where you said the team was best, and you were absolutely correct.
Yeah, he probably gets a little bit of time right here. Gets himself involved, but yeah, it's like I love the way that Royal 2 plays. Snakebite with a huge win. Yeah, what Royal 2 got 13 seconds of ball time. Hey, as long as you keep it minimal,
Hey,
you'll win the game.
the thing is, like right here, 28, 14, and 27, that doesn't show all the damage that he does cross map. I don't know. I just feel like so much damage is being output by Royal 2.
I don't think it's a bad thing that Royal 2 doesn't pick up ball by any means. It's just the way the team is built.
I agree. Snakebite. Once again, that massive play towards the end.
Hit that 5 shot, I think the entire venue would have lost their collective mind.
It would have been nuts. He wanted it too. Look at that crouch.
I just didn't have a chance. Did he miss a shot? I wonder if he missed a shot, but
we'll see right here. Find out in a second.
Dude, that thing is insane.
But regardless, yeah, that would have been just a nasty, nasty double. But all the power weapons for the majority of that beginning in the hands of Lucid. For those of you guys that are wondering what's going on right now, after game 2 and before game 5, you're allowed to take a break. These teams are going to go back and they're going to figure out a plan, collect themselves. Everyone has a chance to reset, which is very important. So we'll see who comes out on top of this one. I will have the same hot take that I've had this entire series long. OpTic Gaming, if they win this game 5, will win the tournament. In fact, whoever wins this game 5 will win the event.
I have no respect to SSG.
I mean, I love SSG to death. I think I would love to see them win a world championship, but I don't know. I think that these two as a rivalry is this is a great storyline, you know? It's a great storyline for me. SSG and OpTic are very close in terms of how competitive they are with each other, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. I'm good with any grand final we have. Either way, it's going to be a slugfest. Let's get to it, baby. We have all those teams in the lower bracket as well. We can't forget about them. One of those teams could really pull off something crazy. Look at Snakebite, though. 34 and 25, 106 seconds of all time.
Yeah, I really think Snakebite was the MVP of that game.
Agreed.
When it came down to big moments, I really feel like he was making big plays. This play from Frosty, this is where it was GG in my opinion, but
as people take time.
One, two, three. I think the second shot misses right there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
As we take time to wait for this Game 5, just want to say to everyone that's watching us, thank you guys very much for choosing LVT for your evening, your Saturday evening. Of course, we've got coverage today, tomorrow. Anyone that supports us, just know that we are community-driven. We don't get paid by HCS. We don't receive anything like that. We are here because of you, because of the community. We get to be here watching this beautiful game in a live environment because of you guys. So thank you so much to the LVT community. A lot of you guys are amazing. We appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for all the support we've gotten this weekend. Anyone who's Twitch Prime subbed or gifted a sub, we appreciate you guys. And of course, for some of those, we'll try to give a shout out if we can on stream. But we've got a beautiful Game 5 ahead of us here, Tools. I'm excited, man. I don't know. I am very excited. We've had so many Game 5s. We've been blessed with so many Game 5s that we've been able to cast. So very, very excited about that.
Game 5 Central.
Yeah.
In today's tournament.
What you'd like to see.
We love to see. Curious about so SSG already secured their ticket, right?
SSG is
quadrant. So SSG waiting, waiting, and man, they have to be getting a lot of information. If I'm SSG, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Every moment of this, you get a ton of film to review.
I'm trying to look over and see if they're watching.
Oh, I think they probably left the venue, if I had to guess.
Yeah, they usually congregate over there, but yeah, you're right. Maybe they left because they don't have to play.
I find it funny that all these pros, so for you guys that don't know, we're at the back of house, we can see where the pro warm-up is.
Yeah.
You definitely tell certain teams like certain setups. So, like OpTic, they like the leftmost setup. They get a bunch of room behind them. They can get up. They like to get in a huddle and talk to each other. Space Station takes the opposite, the very far end.
Yeah.
And then FaZe takes the middle. And then FaZe is a bunch of goobers, bro. They like to give the handshakes to everyone. That's fun
awesome
to watch.
I love that. Well, here we go. Game number 5. The Halo World Championships. Whoever wins this will go to see Space Station Gaming. Very important. And you can see, finally, the crowd has been cheering. Let's go, FaZe Clan. And that is what they need right now. OpTic are ready to win. Here we go. Game number 5. OpTic versus FaZe.
Lucid went straight for that quantum translocator, did not waste any time getting that into their possession. We'll have to see if that risk is worth the reward as FaZe took immediate control of the perimeters, and it's 3 that go down for OpTic Gaming. Sniper, though, does get into the hands of Formal.
Something I've noticed out of Renegade, I've talked about his communication throughout this season since he's been on FaZe, and I've said this is one of the things I think personally he needs to work on. FaZe's communication is great, and Renegade really doesn't fit that. If you watch his player cam, very calm, very collected, more of a Slayer role, and I think that's helping him out here. 4-3 already here, like you said. Royal 2 on the top of Limped. He's got to take care of a player that'll lose it with a double.
Just brilliant jobs by OpTic Gaming right now of just ensuring the sniper rifle stays in their possession. Lucid has a couple goodies in his hands, right? The sniper, but then also take a look at that utility, the thruster in that back pocket. A very powerful combination to have in this early game.
I'm really loving the positioning of FaZe, right? They're blocking the sight line of Lucid. They don't want to give him any free kills, not even any body shots, right? You don't want to take that stupid damage, and with their sightlines, they're making so he doesn't have an angle to take them out. So he has to reposition here. You see the triple push, or sorry, the double push on the blue. That's a body shot taken, but that player will survive. That's Snakebite.
Lurking. Just one more bullet left to work with. Snakebite will bait that one out. So now FaZe, if they've been keeping track of the ammo, they'll know, but Lucid's going to be playing very forward. Once Snakebite sees Lucid, I should give him the information that sniper's gone.
Lucid in a 1v1 here, and he's shot in the back. Trippy's going to be there to assist, though, and that's exactly what you like to see. The teamwork and the chemistry on this OpTic squad are unrivaled.
So far, just really efficient jobs of Lucid in particular to stay alive. Frosty, though, he found 2, and, well, Royal 2 will make it 3. OpTic gonna be trapped over at blue. Oh my god, this is really aggressive for Royal 2. If he gets alive, Lucid just got an anchor spawn, though, and that's gonna come at Royal 2's demise. FaZe needs to finish their collapse fast.
Well, Frosty is on the top of gold here, putting some massive shots in. It's the player on top lift. There's 2 players at lift side trap. Trippy, though, gets the kill, gives the advantage to OpTic Gaming. Frosty in a 1v1 versus Trippy here. Trippy has assistance on that snipe side. Frosty's aware of it, so he backs off the fight.
Just not able to stay alive. Formal gets behind him.
The repulse comes out, Trippy. Big game Trippy is what they call him, and it's for a reason. This is a big game, and his name is Trippy. Those 2 things add up.
That is succinct.
It is. A 4-kill lead now for OpTic.
What I'll say is this game really feels reminiscent of game 2, but it's almost like the shoes on the opposite foot. If OpTic's had control of the power-ups, they've had control of the power weapons. FaZe, while they've been on that, not having that firepower, they've been able to keep the game relatively close. Just waiting for an opportunity where they can hold that sniper.
If you've ever put the wrong shoe on the wrong foot, you know it's very uncomfortable, so FaZe are gonna look to switch those shoes real quick. 2 down for OpTic Gaming. A 3-kill lead. Lucid, massive damage in. Trippy ends up going down here. 3 of FaZe inside of blue.
Lucid's just trapped. There's nothing you can do, but you see how he's pinging, right? He's trying to tell the team, hey, sniper's down right there. We need to work around me so that we can push through into that hotel, but there's just nothing you can do.
He's trapped, but is he gonna find a way out here is the crazy part. Wait a minute, he tries to clean up Renegade. Down to no shields. Utilizes the repulse to get on top of the ledge here. 2 down for FaZe. A beautiful live by Lucid.
Snakebite's so disciplined.
Look at the nade.
Oh, that nade's beautiful as well. Snakebite did not give him an angle. Formal eventually finds the collapse in, but Lucid's been phenomenal this game thus far. Really playing like he's an MVP in this series.
Lucid and Trippy. Trippy 7 and 3, only 3 deaths in this game thus far. 4-kill lead now for OpTic Gaming. This is a little bit of a quicker pace than we saw in that first Slayer game. I don't know if it'll necessarily go to time.
It's probably the quietest the crowd has been. You can just feel suspense and tension in the air.
Lucid just playing his life here. He's playing for a little bit of aggression, maybe a misplay out of FaZe.
Listening. Right now, they don't have direct information of where FaZe is exactly at. What they're doing is listening to footsteps. There's someone creeping around a corner. Like they have a general idea where they're at, but there's just no clear intel to really work upon.
Trippy is in a great position here. They have FaZe pretty much trapped on the loop side of the map. It's the lower side of the map as well. They make a play on it though. Renegade takes a little bit too much damage here. They're not going to be able to kill him though. Renegade stays alive. That is beautiful by him.
Slide made all the difference right there. Kept his body low. Shots went over his head. Oh, that was great tracking by Trippy to understand where he was going. I just don't think he was able to adjust in time for that slide. Here we go, Frosty, very aggressive play.
Oh, man.
Led by better shots by Trippy. That's going to open up everything for OpTic Gaming. They can decide to play very aggressive if they want to. And
Snakebite got a trade though. Miss melee. Trade comes out once again. 3 down for OpTic Gaming. But it's still a 4-kill lead.
Formal, he's doing his best to get his shields back, playing around every corner that he can. I love using that QT as like an advanced strafe. Just get close. This is brilliant from OpTic Gaming. They've done a great job to stabilize whenever they go a couple down.
They're isolating so many players in FaZe.
Formal doesn't have the greatest stat line, but he's been the player that's been cleaning up everything that's left behind by Lucid and APG thus far. It's been phenomenal to watch.
22-29 now off APG, another kill in the feed here. Trippy A massive game out of him, 10-5 thus far. Formal ends up dying with Sniper. That's a bit of a blunder here. Snakebite looking for an opportunity to grab that. And because 2 are down, Lucid's gonna back up to his teammates on the tram side.
Well, Renegade got behind enemy lines, was able to find APG with no recourse, and well, Lucid's able to stabilize out with that noob combo shot, but
nice.
I really feel like that Snakebite really has an opportunity. That started with Renegade slaying through it, causes a little bit of chaos. Now with the thruster up, that's going to go into the hands of FaZe, and you're giving Snakebite an opportunity to hit some crucial shots for his team.
I'm guaranteeing you that he does. This man is very clutch in these situations.
I guarantee he probably hands this off in a second.
You think so?
I think they're going to give him a chance.
I've seen him in these situations before. Let's see if he can pull it off. Oh, watch out for your head. His teammate almost got his head taken off. With the double push at the bottom center.
This double push happening they did a great job of isolating the sniper angle of Snakebite. They didn't give him an angle to work with whatsoever, but...
Oh, there it is! What did I tell you? 30-33 now. Make that 31 as Frosty gets another kill in the feed.
Where's the spawn? Lucid spawn's known. Snakebite can tell the rest of FaZe how to set up in this position. Only down 2. Man, I have a feeling we're heading right to a photo finish once again.
Yeah, we're definitely going to time again. I take it back. Don't listen to me. I just like to talk.
My idea of getting this thing down low, you can cut off that driveway angle. You can try to get some sort of look into that loop.
Frosty's pinging. New snipers come up. There's going to be 2 snipers on the field here, and FaZe is going to have control of both of them.
The crazy part is Snakebite still has 3 left in this chamber.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. The D-scope just at the worst possible time.
Trying to make him waste ammo.
Lucid's trying to tell his teammates to move. While they know where that sniper angle is, they have more freedom. You can see if someone's moving down the driveway. Look at Trippy goes down driveway because they find Snakebite's position. It opens up the bottom half of the map. OpTic takes advantage of it.
They have a new snipe, though. FaZe just got a new snipe. It's in the hands of Frosty. Can he do something with it? No! Instant kill by Formal. And he runs out of ammo. 3 down for FaZe.
Lucid got the cleanup and the sniper ammo. I think that play all starts with Lucid. Once he identified where Snakebite was, he kept them preoccupied, told his teammates, hey, no one's watching the bottom half of the map with a sniper. They used that info to push forward, got into the face of Frosty, and now the sniper in the Lucid's hands. Sniper could end this game.
33-38, OpTic lead, and Lucid with the tool in his toolbox to end this game right now. 2 minutes left. A body shot onto Frosty, not going to get cleaned up just yet. Roll 2 in the feed as well.
Snakebite keeps in one shot. Is there going to be a nade that comes through? Royal does get the kill, but it comes at a cost. Is he going to be able to stay alive? Trippy's on the hunt.
Trippy's on the hunt. Can he get the kill, though, is the question. Royal 2 is going to be repulsed back.
Repulsed him instead.
Wait a minute. Trippy can't stay alive.
They're trying to hunt them down. FaZe is starting to get a little bit desperate on the low end of the map.
APG's going to live here. This is huge if he can stay alive, and he does. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's red barred and dead. But that's still 43-37 here.
Trade outs.
Lucid again! The beautiful shot to give them 44. Make it 45. Lucid's on fire.
And now time really starts to play a factor. There's only 90 seconds. OpTic can really slow this thing down if they want to. They have a full 6-kill lead to work with.
1 minute and 18 seconds remaining. Lucid with another one. 4 is all they need, but time might be a factor here as FaZe staggering to get something going.
Just been brilliant thus far from OpTic from a macro standpoint. They've done a great job to collapse in. With 60 seconds left, FaZe, it's looking bleak. They're gonna need some big individual plays in order to make this thing a reality.
Lucid staying alive on the top of Snipe.
Somehow, I don't know how he stayed alive, to be honest.
Formal another kill. 43 for FaZe, but 48 for OpTic Gaming. Lucid getting a little crazy there. Drops down to bottom center.
They're giving,
it's not over.
FaZe a chance.
Yep, not over yet. 30 seconds left. Wait a minute, Trippy.
That thruster,
though. Wow.
Snakebite didn't even have to burn the thrust. He still has a thruster in his back pocket.
46-49.
Oh, no, Frosty.
There it is! Lucid